So I want to talk about the idea that all art is political. And more specifically, I want to talk about why I personally really disagree with that idea as someone who makes art. But the problem is, for me, it's just so intuitive that not all art is political that I don't even really know where to begin in explaining myself and my side of the argument. So what I did was I Googled why all art is political, and I'm going to address why I disagree with the main reasons I see people bringing up. Okay, so this comment I found on Reddit is a really good short summary of the main arguments I see people bringing up for why all art is political. So this person says, art is a reflection of the artist and the society it is created in. Similar to the idea the personal is political is the idea all art is inherently political. For example, if a piece is openly published, it reflects freedom of expression. If a piece is banned, it reflects civil disobedience. The subject matter could be literally anything, but the existence of the piece can be analyzed through a socio-political lens. Okay, so the first point is basically that all art is political because it reflects the society and therefore the politics of the society it is created in. My main problem with that is it's just way too broad. Like, if art is political just because it's created by a person who lives in a society where politics exist, then literally everything a person can do is political. Like, if your point can be applied to literally every possible thing a person can do, then, in my opinion, it's not a good point. Like, to the point where you're not really saying anything. If everything someone can do is political, what's the point of even calling it political? It's basically meaningless. You know what I mean? And also, if all art is political because we live in a society where politics exist, then is all art religious? Is all art scientific? And you can apply this to anything. Is all art historical? Is it all geographic? Like, if we're all influenced by living in a society where religion exists or science exists, why are we just limiting it? Why are we just limiting it to politics? And also, to be honest, as someone who at least attempts to make art, it feels like you're imposing something dirty onto something innocent, which is, just trying to make a cool image. That's what I do. And obviously the dirty thing being imposed is politics. Okay, so the next point is that publishing a piece, or I guess you could even just apply it to making a piece, is a political statement because you're exercising your right to freedom of expression, or you're rebelling against censorship laws if it's banned. This to me is the most frustrating point because it's completely backwards logic. What I mean is, this situation is not indicative of the art being political. It's indicative of the politics being about art. Like, okay, this might seem really manipulative to bring up, but I really do think it's a good way to get the point across. So, okay, gay marriage is illegal, and even just being gay is illegal in some parts of the world. Does that mean being gay is a fucking political statement? Or is it just that, people are gay, and politicians can decide after the fact whether or not they want to interfere with it? You know what I mean? I'm really sorry to have to bring that up, but I just really feel it's a great way to, show the point I'm trying to get across. And the next point basically has the same issue. Like, just because you can look at art through a socio-political lens, in my opinion, doesn't mean it's socio-political in nature. Again, you can analyze anything through any lens. Like, you can analyze the fucking quadratic formula through a geographic lens if you really want to. It doesn't mean the quadratic formula is geographic. in nature. It's just another example of somebody doing something to the art after it already exists to sort of politicize it. But just because you can politicize something, in my opinion, that does not mean the thing itself is inherently political. Now, obviously, many pieces of art are actually political. I don't think that needs to be said, but just in case. I'm not saying all art isn't political. I'm just saying not every piece of art is political. Like the piece I did here for this video. I wasn't actively in my mind thinking of something political when I was making it. I was just trying to make a cool looking image. But obviously, considering what's going on in the world right now, it's fair to say my creation of this piece is influenced by the politics of the world I live in. You know, like the fact that right now it feels like we might enter nuclear apocalypse at any point in time. But what I was actually thinking of when I was making this piece is I imagine those two beings that are in the foreground, I don't think they're human. I think maybe they're reptilians of some kind, or maybe they're aliens, but they're not human. And they're overlooking the destruction of the world, which I think they orchestrated. That's why I made them a little bit different color-wise than the background. So the background is a lot of reds when it's finished, and the foreground, they have a cooler feel to them. You know, the color, it's more blue. I wanted to create some separation, like to kind of imply that they're not included with the humanity that's being destroyed, you know, in front of them. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks for your time.